Hi guys, it's Gadget and happy St. Paddy's Day. It is 11:25 p.m. here on March 17th, 2017, and everyone is talking to me tonight. I opted out to go out because one, I think I still am going to download my Facebook post to here, but my costochondritis has been kicking in really bad this past week. That's why I haven't been on technically for the past 2 days because my lung capacity and everything. And I have to go make appointments because I have to see if it's something else because it's not letting up and everything, and it's causing more pain in the one spot, and now they think it's something else that is a form of what I have of costochondritis. They have to rule that out because if it is just costochondritis, then I have a very bad case of it where when the cartilage swells in my lungs, it can mimic asthma, it can mimic everything else, and I just got to let it ride its course and everything. So I have to go for more tests and everything. And that's the thing I always deal with everything. I still have to go to work. I still have to get up in the morning. I still have to feed a cat. I still have to clean an apartment. And there's really no time to rest. There really isn't, and I'm supposed to be resting. But when you have a life, you have responsibility as an adult and everything, this is what you have to deal with. And that's why sometimes some adults that get away with being spoiled brats, as well as many other people, think that they have it so easy and stuff when they realize they really don't because they don't know how to deal when stuff like this happens. Right now, I'm in so much pain that I could punch a wall in. I could punch a truck. I could, you name it, and everything. That's how much pain I'm in. But I don't show it because why do I need to prove to people that I'm in pain? I am in pain. Okay? I don't sit there crying my eyes out. I don't do whatever. I sit there and I relax and I do deep breathing and meditation. And I keep myself calm and try to work myself through the pain. Like I said, I take my bilberry, I take my astragalus, I take my Don Quai, I take my mm, women's mega vitamin, I take my LL-Stein, I take, what else do I have here? Don Quai, astragalus, bilberry, lutein, yeah. And I only take the other one if it's very bad. And because I had to work, I couldn't take the other one. That's why, because it makes me feel very loopy and very tired and everything. Like, I don't get up. I'm dead to the world, and I don't like feeling like that. I really don't. And if anybody thinks they like feeling like that, oh, no, 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 no. No. I want to know what's going on at all times and everything. I want to be coherent and everything. I will deal with the pain and stuff. So I wanted to get that out of the way of telling you what, guys, why I wasn't on here and stuff. Other things have been going on too. Basically getting rid of a lot of bags and stuff, getting rid of a lot of paperwork. I'm not saving anything anymore, meaning in the sense of if I don't need it, it's going out. I have to save, though, anything for current work related stuff, certain school things, and other stuff that deals with taxes. But otherwise, basically, it's going out. All the junk mail's going out, all the old stuff. Only thing I'm keeping is medical records, things like that. All right? Old job stuff, pay stubs are staying, things, you name it. Because there's a lot of things you need to keep, like even credit card statements. Since everything's getting paid on the phone now, you have to keep your credit card statements. You have to, things you have to keep because I've seen too much in the job I have where one clerical error and you are messed up for the rest of your life. And I'm rocking the green and orange today and the shamrocks, if you guys have noticed and everything. See? And the braids. There should be some green. I think there's some green braids in here. Let me see. Yeah, there's the green braids, the orange braids. Let me get them out. Yeah, see? There they are. All right. Green and orange braids. So yeah, just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Like you hear me when I do that, that's the breathing and stuff. And I'll fight through it just to get my message out and everything. But I also wanted to update you guys there were about 1 or 2 phone calls. Some people are still trying to figure out what the hell happened between me and Christopher. Some want to know how the book is going about my trip out there. Others are asking me all these other questions and everything. And I just sit there and I go, you know what? If he didn't do what he did and didn't lie, he's going to not admit it. He really will not. And that's on him because that he doesn't realize how much he hurt me. He really does not know how much he hurt me by lying and betraying me and putting the knife in my back. He really does not. And he's not the first one to do it to me. That's why there's nothing they can do to me out there. Luke can call me every name in the book. I call him Vanity Smurf because he has to be so vain to do that, you know? And then one of the bully hotline people was checking up on everything, even YouTube. YouTube is now combating all those dislikes and everything because people just sat there for one day and did 309 dislikes without watching the videos. That's a red flag, guys. All right? So, while I was talking with the councils and everything and stuff like that, they basically said this all to me and stuff. His friends should have stayed fucking out of it. They didn't put it in those words. They put it in very technical terms, but I'm putting it in dumbing English or whatever you want to call it, or however people understand nowadays, because no one ever uses words anymore. It's mostly pictographs and things like that. So they said this was between you and him, and they should have just stayed out of it. They had no right to bully you from day one. They had no whatever. And they called it something that when he wants, okay, he's not the first one, like I said. And that's why I don't understand why Luke is being all batshit crazy and Josh is being all batshit crazy and all of them, because Christopher's not the first guy to do this to me. And it's basically a complex some people have where they have to, okay, I have to say it a certain way because you're not going to understand the technical terms for it. A lot of people don't. Sometimes people who deal with a lot of things where they have low self-esteem, or even though they have high self-esteem, some people either feel like they're threatening to them or things like that. Like Luke and all them don't threaten me. They're children in my eyes by acting like this, you know? I have better things to do with my life than babysit them, you know? So, what am I talking about? Okay, well, with Christopher, what I could see from this is he values what they think before he thinks. That's basically what it is. He'd rather have their opinion of me, even though they don't know me, and based me on that, rather than he knows me and won't go with his own opinions because their opinions matter more to him than what his own ideals and everything are. Basic classic, you know what I mean? And that's okay. You know why? Because I don't need that in my life. Wow, everybody's talking to me tonight. Because everyone's mad at me. I didn't go out. And I didn't want to go out. I'm not feeling good. My door's more than welcome for people to come here. That's the type of person I am. They could have brought a bottle. They could have brought whatever. They could have, you know, bottled soda, things like that. We could have had here. They could have helped me get rid of more stuff, you know? My door is always open. Unless you stab me in the back. Now, what else is going on? Basically, a lot of things have been going on and stuff. And I got my green, like I said. Work was fun and everything. It's just today we were shocked that everybody showed up because we had no trials or anything. But I think everybody was trying to prepare for the snowstorm tomorrow. And that's okay. What else? I have been following a lot of YouTubers on here. I'm following, let me pull it up because really cool about this. I'm going to put a link to his page. He is so cool. His name is Jason, and he's also from the United Kingdom. And he's lost in Japan. Yeah, he's really cool about it and everything. And there's also someone called Charmander, right? And she's really nice and everything. And I've been following her page too, because they're upstarts and everything. They basically, you know, and stuff like that. And you can also check out Jason's music and everything. That's actually what I'm like looking at, because like I said, I work with a lot of musicians and everything, and usually I can see when people love their craft and everything and all that and stuff. And yeah, that's what I have time for. That's more important to like say, okay, a new upstart or someone who's trying to do like me, do vlogs and everything and stuff, you know? But they have better equipment, they have better things because they're able to do that stuff and everything and all that. Me, I'm starting from scratch again because life hit too hard. The money I spent to go to the UK went there instead of going on the new camera equipment I needed or the new this, you know? Because I thought I had a boyfriend, you know? But now we don't know. But tonight I was also watching, where is it? Let me go back to, I can see on my camera. I was watching Kelly again with Once Upon a Pearl. So if you guys really, you know what I mean? Want to check out some pearls and everything, there she is. I'll even put her link on there, you know, because that's the thing about me and stuff. I have better things to do than sit there and babysit people who don't even know me and stuff. And if I can help somebody else along the way while I'm dealing with my stuff, hey, that's okay. You know, get more people to look at somebody. Like, I started watching Lance Stewart, and the next thing people were asking me, oh, what's he like and everything. I say he's a local boy, he's in Jersey and everything, and the next thing you know, everyone's like, oh, can you send me a link to his page? Can you send me a link to his page? So I had about 10 people that asked me to, okay, and now look at him. He's like so like over 2 million followers and everything and stuff. You know, because there's a lot of things I like on here, and if I do like your page or anything, I'm gonna share it. But then you have a few people that are either two-faced lying bastards or anything, and yeah, I won't share my page with you or anything. I just tell people get the hell off my subscribe list, you know? Like, I can even put Radio Dead Air's link on here. I mean, there's a lot, like Vic DeBetto. Oh my God, he's funny as hell. So, I mean, like, I could put their links here if you guys want to follow them. They are really cool. Like, if you're just, you know, like, when I was going through hell with everything, I had Lance Stewart to watch. Now I found Jason's Lost in Tokyo and Charmander. I mean, I have found these people, like, just to watch because they're not being fake in the sense of, you know what I mean? They're just being normal people trying to go about their day. They're not making fake news. They're not, you know what I mean? They're not just being stupid, you know? They're being actually interesting topics and everything. And like I said, I'll put all their links at the bottom and stuff. But the fact that I only got a couple phone calls today, that was pretty good and stuff. I mean, I will warn Chris about this. You better change your profile picture because I got a bunch of emails. That's why I didn't get any phone calls. Oh, damn camera. I got a bunch of emails and everything, and I can't share those emails. I'm laughing my ass off about the emails because they're not written emails. And I can't because I'm like, I want to share them so bad. But you see, that's the difference between me and the rest of Christopher's little crew who never met me. I'm not a lying, conniving bitch or a sneaky bastard or someone that's going to destroy somebody's reputation. All this started because I was trying to save his ass because someone was trying to slander him, and I'm the bitch. Okay? Or as Luke puts it, Oscar the Grouch, or the Village Idiot, or whatever, because he's got no life. And yeah, if you gotta watch my ass, what's wrong with your life? You know? So I sit there and I just deal with things and look at things and trying to figure out what else is going on with this. If this is, yeah, that's still moving. Because I have to get a new camera eventually. Like I said, a lot of stuff I have to get brand new and stuff. Because, not brand new, but like, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot more stuff I'm going to be doing. You're going to see more of everything and stuff. Once I get this place back in order, I'm going to be able to redesign everything, do everything I want to do. Because I'm not babysitting somebody who doesn't care about me. I mean, if Christopher actually did care about me, same thing like my other exes. If they really did care about me, they wouldn't do what they've done to me and lie and everything. I told you, I have exes that are my best friends now, or my brothers, because they didn't lie. Because we knew, you know, we talked it out. Our friends didn't get involved. And now they're the closest things to me, you know? But Christopher let his friends walk over him and walk over me. And if he doesn't want to admit that, then like I said, all the guilt is going to just eat away at him, the stress and everything. He could go date, he could do whatever the fuck he wants. But I don't like the fact is that his friends have to keep this up. I do like the fact of the emails I'm getting that are funny as hell and everything, but can't share them because I'm not vindictive like the rest of you and stuff. So, what do? I sit here and just vlog about it. I tell you how my day was. Like, I had fun. Like, I'm wearing my green. Okay, I got my green, got my orange, got my white, got wherever it is. Where is it? This way. See, there it is. I hate this because there you go. There it is. Okay? I'm dealing with what I'm dealing with. And it's my life. I told you. Thank you. I told you. You can't say anything, do anything to hurt me. You can call me crazy, call me a bitch, you call me kooky, call me whatever you want to do. I'm unique. I'm not a follower, I'm a leader. They can't stand me at work either, but they still keep me. Because I get the lines down, I got my money, you know what I mean? They could let me go at any time they want. And that's okay. I'll cry a little bit, yes. Because it's either tears of joy, tears of freedom, or tears of, what am I going to do next? But that's happened before. And I always, like the phoenix, rose from the ashes and got something better. You know? My goal was to be at that job for 10 years, but I thought I'd have it full-time by now. But you know what? I'm doing 10-year gaps or 10-year increments because, remember, when you live in an abusive household, there's not much people can do to you. You know the patterns of abuse. You know what's going on. I see them every day with Christopher. I see that he's a spoiled brat. I see that he's never going to get off his ass and go find a job because everyone tells him he's worthless, that he's never going to amount to anything, that he's too dumb. And that's basically the gist of how Luke portrayed him to me. That he's never been with a girl. He doesn't know what to do. He needs somebody to take care of him when his parents die. How is that your friend? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I got rid of those friends, the ones that look down upon me. I don't, that's what I don't understand. Could someone explain that to me? How when I was putting Christopher on a pedestal, meaning making him feel like he was worth something and everything, working with him, with the consulate, hello? I have his information right here. Emails, back and forth to the consulate with his dad, everything. Okay? If you want to see closer, see? Okay? I just don't want to get his personal information out. You know? All his medical stuff that I had to ask questions on. Okay? How am I the bitch? How am I the bad guy? I don't get it. And you guys are all on pedestals and everything, but you're saying that he can't function as a human being. Just answer me that question. Why do you guys manipulate him at conventions where he runs out of money every time? Or is he hoarding the money, not telling anybody? Who knows? All I know is that he lied through his teeth, he listened to all of you, and he stabbed me in the back. And I'm not coming back. It's not one of our fights. It's not whatever. That's why I don't understand why you guys kept this up. He knew if he did this to me again and treated me like nothing, I was not coming back. So, guys, I didn't lose and I didn't win because I had to give him up. I still love him. But how much is what his parents told me and how much is what you guys did to him or how much is his own manipulation? I'll never know. But I am not going to sit here and wait for him. No, I'm going to move forward like I've been doing and watching other podcasters, promoting other people, mentioning them because their pages are good. Okay? I am going to get the rest of my apartment done. Tomorrow we have a snowstorm coming. I ain't going anywhere. So I'm going to be shredding more bags of stuff. Do you know I can see my bicycle now? Yeah, I found my bicycle because I had to put all this stuff on hold to find the luggage, to go to the UK, to go to school, to do this. Now that I'm out of school, it'll be 2 years this May, you know? Everything's starting to fall back in place. I can be alone and be alone, and it doesn't bother me. I don't need somebody here. I would like somebody here, but I don't need somebody because I know how to survive on my own. Can you guys survive? Thank you. Can you guys survive on your own? I don't think Christopher can. The way you guys describe him. And that's sad. Because if you really were his friends, you wouldn't be saying all these things about him. And yet you guys are trying to get me written up with YouTube. Dislike all my videos and everything. For what? Because you ran out of ideas? You can't hide anymore behind your lies? So what's left for you to do? I told you. Dislike my page as all you want. I don't need that social status to have my self-esteem rise. Anybody who needs that, that's wrong. Unless it gives you food, which is nutrition, it can give you blood, life, or anything. It's just nothing. A power outage, this stuff goes away. But do you know how to survive? I don't think so. This generation, I don't think so. If you cannot survive without being on a screen 24/7. Now, some of you guys, I understand it's your livelihood and business. That's different. But if you consider it everything that it's more important than a human life, then I worry about you. But today was, like I said, this past couple of days, I can't breathe right. My lung capacity is whatever. I'm getting chest pains. I'm getting whatever. But it's not stopping me. Yes, I have to rest a few seconds. But I get back to doing what I'm doing. I don't have time to play the video games. Because I have a life. I have things that are more important than inanimate objects. I do these vlogs because they started from college. But the funny part was when you guys disliked all my stuff from Anime Boston, which you guys never even watched. YouTube is laughing about that and everything. They just saw it, dislike, dislike, this. They said no one watched them. So, what is with you guys? Okay? You love me that much. It was you guys that convinced Christopher to get rid of me. Okay? It was you guys. And then when I leave, I'm the bad guy because I told him it was done over and I didn't want you guys bullying me anymore or him. I guess your priorities are so screwed up. You don't know what's up and down. You don't know what's fantasy or reality. But I don't like the fact is when you guys belittle him and treat him like garbage. But then again, he instigated this whole thing by the way he portrayed me on Facebook to you guys. Because he's more into what you guys, your opinions matter. You could tell him to remove all my pictures and everything and he'll listen to you. Because your opinions matter more than his. He doesn't think with his own brain and that's sad. Because I really thought he did. So what are we doing now? Nothing. I could care less. It's you guys that kept it up. As for me tonight, like I said, it's now 11:47, almost midnight. I am going to put my room back together tomorrow. I am going to do what I need to have done and organize so that if I do have to go see my cousins in Ireland, because I want to see my cousins in Ireland, it's not that I have to. Well, I have to because I want to see them. All I saw them in was pictures and I want to meet my little cousins and everything. I have to get things together, saved up, and start selling things. Start getting the business off the ground. Start worrying about the book. Oh yeah, and the book is on hold just a little bit longer because I have to make a few phone calls to the publishing agency as well as getting an LLC and everything else because I don't trust you bastards. Okay? It would have been nice to have a little story written about my first trip ever out of the United States, thinking I would find love, but instead I found heartbreak and knives in my back. Alright? If, like I said, he is more than welcome to write a story, but he's going to have to say how he ditched me through the whole trip. How he could have stayed and said, guys, she's here. I'll talk to you on the podcast. Because he could always talk to them anytime. Right? No. You guys convinced him I was nothing. So he thought I was nothing. And guess what? I thought of him as a spoiled brat who's going to amount to nothing because he's not thinking anymore. And that's why I walked away and gave him up to you guys. So I just wanted to reiterate that after all those nice emails I got and everything of not worded emails, but I suggest to Christopher he changes it. I suggest if you guys are sharing this to him, he changes profile picture. Oh, yes. Because if he'd like to see what emails I got and screenshots I have of things, he's more than welcome. But, you know, a few of them came from England, but see, my thing with everything that you guys send, I delete them out. I want nothing to do with you people. I thought you were respectful for people, but clearly you're just the same like here in New York. Disrespectful, know-nothings, who are cowards, who don't want to get to know somebody because you think you know everything. You know why I know everything? Because I research, study, and do things because it's happened in my life. I have, like I said, decades on you guys. Decades. Okay? So don't go there. Unless you are his parents' age, then you have decades on me. But if I have decades on you, don't go there. All right? Because I know what a frenemy is, and I know what they do. Thank you. I do know what a frenemy is, and you guys became frenemies. But I just needed to get that vented out because the week I've been having with all the emails and phone calls and everything, and the fact that you guys almost destroyed something that I was trying to create out of sheer stupidity and stuff, because you guys have no lives. Boy, for people who have more stuff than me and can do more things. You guys really have no lives. It seems I have more of a life than you guys. And I don't get that. Even my friends have said that. But, like I said, and I wanted to get into more reviews and everything. So what I'm going to be doing lately now is this. With less phone calls, with less everything, that means there's no more talking about you-know-who unless I have to. If people bring it up on the phones. If they're just asking, oh, are you okay? Do you want a sit-down meeting with Christopher or anything? That's different and everything. But if I don't get any more phone calls about teasing or telling me that Luke has made up another nickname for you because he's bored with his life and his wife, and Andrea should be embarrassed by her husband. Basically this. It goes back to me reviewing, it goes back to me whatever. I still have to document it, yeah, for the police departments and everything. But now it's going to be more where if I find anything in my room that I've dealt with or any reviews of animes or anything, yeah, it's going to be on here. But I wanted to update you guys on how my week has been and why I wasn't on for a couple of days. And why, as soon as I get off of here, I'm going to lie down because I'm dizzy. That's another part of the side effect. When you have no oxygen in your lungs and everything, you get dizzy. But I'm so used to it because I have things to do. Unlike people who just sit there and do nothing. And don't lie about that either. Because I did live at home with my parents at one time. It was not fun. But you know what the difference was when I lived at home with them? I still had to be an adult and do things. Had a job, everything else. They didn't pay my way. They help me now because I have a job and I show that I need the help, but I have to pay them back in any form. Okay? Trust me. It's either a barter system or you don't get money or you don't get whatever. You do without. And I've done without a lot of things. I've had to patchwork cameras and everything. So guys, if you don't buy him any video games, don't buy, you know, what are you rewarding? You know? You're rewarding a behavior that's never going to be corrected. He'll never know how to survive, and maybe then Luke is right that his friend can't survive. Because you know what? You guys never taught him how. So, tonight, like I said, I was watching my Pearls. I was watching Jason is Lost, and Charmander, as well as Victor Beto, and all the other ones, and all the other fun things I've been watching while I'm trying to breathe and not be dizzy. Alright? So while my oxygen is depleting, I will tell you guys this. No more. No more will you do this. Stop acting like 2-year-olds. Alright? You haven't... If Christopher knows me the way he knows me, he knows that what you guys are doing is not right. And if he does care about me and grows a set of balls, maybe he can stand up for me once in a while and explain to people what pisses me off more. Alright? And you would not believe on some of it. What pisses me off is the fact when you act like children. When you have everything handed to you. That's why I call you all spoiled brats. Learn to work for something and not belittle somebody because you don't know the whole story. I know most of the stories about you, and I've asked you guys to talk with me, but you refuse to. You all go straight to violence because your little friends, Josh and Christopher, have to tell half-truths. It's funny, Josh and Rachel are still on my pages here, and I told them to go away, to unsubscribe and be gone. That's paranoia, because you're so afraid of what I'm going to say next, because you know I know the truth. So, you know what, people? Do whatever the fuck you want, but don't do it on my doorstep. Go fuck with somebody else. I'm not threatening any of you. I've asked you all to stop. I have begged you all to stop. I'm not entertaining you. You all want to keep it up because your friend is lonely and depressed. And he did it to himself. Because he tried to turn me into somebody that he wanted from even 2 years ago that was pissed that she got married. I'm not Gwen. I am not Carrie-Ad. And hell no, I am not Rika. I am me. And I will always be me. And if he doesn't understand that he has hurt me, Maybe when it comes up on a year and 2 years, maybe when things are better with somebody else, maybe somebody else will tell him what he did wrong and how it was wrong. Maybe he won't even understand it because, like I said, all I get from his friends is that he's incompetent. He has no brain. He can't function on his own without someone up his ass. Thank you. So, if Christopher is watching, do you want your friends to keep portraying you like that? Or would you like somebody like me who said you have a brain, you know what you're doing, you know what I mean? Or are you that knife-stabbing, spoiled brat who ditched me because you listen to his friend, you listen to your friends and everything? So, have a good night, everyone. Enjoy what's left of your St. Paddy's Day, because it's over in about 4 minutes. As I try to get some oxygen, take 2 of my pills, the astragalus and the Donquai, to help the swelling go down so I can breathe again, because it helps with the circulation. So I'm not dizzy right now because I'm seeing 3 cameras. Yeah, I don't need to drink. Oxygen deprived. All right? But I do have a clear head. And you know what it is? It's clear enough to know that he will be crying if he did care about me, and if he is a narcissistic, sadistic, or all of you are like that, then that's how you're getting your jollies off, by doing this to me. But you didn't break me. I gave him up. I walked away because he gave up on me because you told him to. But if he wants to keep up the charade or charade or whatever you want to call it, that's okay. Many people out there know the truth. So does Christopher. And I'm going to enjoy with my holiday and everything. And I'm going to enjoy the rest of my night. So I hope you all understand that it's not fair. And if you can't see what you're doing is wrong and childish and stupid, I hope if you have children and this happens to them, maybe you'll learn how to deal with it. But if you create another set of bullies because you were bullied, that's a difference. I'm not bullying you guys. I'm asking you to stop. I'm saying no more. No more knives in the back. No more talking down to your friends. No more. No more phone calls, unless they're to say, can we talk with you and get to know you? No more. No more Luke being stupid. Go to your wife. Go deal with your children. Go deal with whatever you got to deal with. That's more important. Your friend knows what he's doing. He manipulates all of you. And I don't play that game. So, have fun. Thank you. With your own lives. And stay the fuck out of mine. Have a good night.